and welcome to 5 for 5, where we spend 5 minutes or less sharing God's Word together so that you can spend 5 minutes or more digging in a little bit deeper. I'm Keith Thompson, the preaching minister for the Downtown Bigsby Church of Christ. I want to thank you for sharing this time with me today. Here at Downtown Bigsby, we're sharing our devotional and our Bible reading time out of the Power for Today booklet. It gives a Bible reading reference, a devotional thought, a prayer, and a song as well, actually. And so it's a blessing to us as a family as we spend time in that. It gives us something to talk about when we come together. It gives us an opportunity to learn and grow in our knowledge and our wisdom of His Word and our love for Jesus Christ. Today our Bible reading reference is 1 Peter chapter 2, verses 13 through 25. And the title of our devotional thought is The Good Life. And so I want to encourage you to spend some time in those verses and think about how it applies to you. Today, in this time together, I want to back up 2 verses and share those with you and talk about it for a minute. 1 Peter chapter 2, verses 11 and 12. The other day I was going down the road and I passed a gentleman who was in a very expensive car and it was broken down and there were people coming up to help him in that. But I followed another car to the next stoplight. It was a little bit older car and it was a much cheaper car made by Hyundai. And there was a couple inside the car and they were singing a little bit of a song together, I believe. And they began to laugh and talk with each other. You know, often the world defines the good life for us as things, tangible things, things that cost a lot of money. But this young couple, while their car was much cheaper, their life at the moment was much better. They were much closer to experiencing a good life. And sometimes we need to take a look at things like that remind us that the world doesn't always define the good life. They lie about it often. That God Himself in His Word defines the true good life for us. I want to read these verses together. 1 Peter chapter 2, verses 11 and 12, if you want to follow along. Those verses say this: Dear friends, I urge you as foreigners and exiles to abstain from sinful desires which wage war against your soul. I want to stop right there. Verse 11 gives to us a great insight. Often when we gain things around us, the more things we have, the more stress we have. And it literally wages war against our souls. But verse 12 now. Live such good lives among the pagans that though they accuse you of doing wrong, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day He visits us. And so he tells us there that by living the true good life, the life that's defined by His Word and following in the steps of Jesus Christ, that we're blessed by that. And that those who don't believe, those who don't follow Jesus, even on that day, when this life and this world comes to an end, they will glorify God because of what you have done in the true good life. There's one other verse I want to share with you today, Matthew 10:32. It says this: Therefore, whoever confesses me before men, him I will also confess before my Father who is in heaven. And what a great thought, that as we live the good life that He's defined for us, on that day, at the end of time, He will confess our name before the Father. And that's a blessing. It gives us hope. It gives us focus. It gives us a vision for the future. I pray that this time together today has been a blessing to you. If you're a member of Downtown Bigsby, thank you for sharing the time with me. And if you're not a member of Downtown Bigsby, we want to invite you to come join us and share some time in worship. You'll find here to my right our website, which will give you our times that we meet together and more information about us as a family. I think if you'll come see us, you'll find that worshiping here at Downtown Bigsby is like coming home. But until I see you face to face, may God's blessings pour into your life, and may your days be filled with joy and laughter, the good life in Jesus Christ.